Hello and welcome. This is Chris-Anne and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chris-Anne. Today we are going to be decorating a whole bunch of manila tags and we're going to be using them for journaling spots on the back, but we're going to be decorating them with a whole bunch of things. I have some grit paste here. I have some funky paper clips. I have some charms. I have everything. I have, my inks, of course, too, and some rubber stamps. So let's get cracking. We are going to be decorating. These are the 8 by 4 inch manila tags. So I have a whole bunch of colors here, and I'm going to do my favorite kind of smoosh technique to get a whole bunch of different color onto my tags. And I would like to create a whole bunch of tags, and I have my heat gun here. So let me go through the colors first of all, actually, before I get started. So I have fossilized amber, antique linen, carved pumpkin, forest moss, spiced marmalade, squeezed lemon, aged mahogany, and fired brick, all Ranger Distress oxides. Am I going to use all of them on the same tag? No. But I just kind of pulled a bunch out, and all I do is I take it and I put a little bit of ink down on my glass mat. So far that's the antique linen, fossilized amber, carved pumpkin, forest moss, and then we need the aged mahogany. And let's just add some of that all around. Let's move that out of the way. I am simply spraying with plain water. I know there's that glare thing there, but it is what it is. And I just want to spray enough water until I see movement here. And then I'm going to take my tags and I'm just going to lay it down. Now I'm going to be layering these with different, different layers of inks. So I am going to dry these. I'm trying to get my gun, and I don't want to dry that. So let's give these a quick little dry. I know it's noisy. This is a really old heat gun. It does not have a protector at the end, like a plastic protector thing. So I'm always very, very careful when I'm using this one. And you heat both sides of the paper. You heat the front and the back. And you don't want to hold the heat gun still, because you'll get a scorch mark. Okay. I'm going to hang this back up so I don't get burnt. I have a thing, I hang it up right there. So this is what I have so far. So I'm looking for the oxidation in some of these little spots. That's what I'm looking for. So let's just keep adding. Nice. Let me get some up here. Nice. Okay, let's get this dry. Now I gotta get this back down again. Hold on. It's hard to do one-handed. I just need to get this to some semblance of being dry. I don't want puddles. If I see puddles, I can come and wipe them off. There it goes. There. So you see how it nice flattened out nicely. Okay. I'm actually going to do 2 tags at the same time. So I'm not done with this first one, but I want to pick up all this ink with the second one. That's what I'm doing. So we have had one crazy heck of a week. If you did not hear, we had an earthquake the other day. Maine does get very mild earthquakes. We had a 4.1 and it was basically the town over. It was very crazy. I thought an airplane was crashing in our backyard. It was so noisy. It was so crazy, and the ground just shook. And it didn't just shake for a couple of seconds. It shook, and then it kept shaking. And my son was home because we were going to be going to a big doctor's appointment that he had that day. And I was laying down resting, and I was doing my best to quickly get out of bed, which, let me tell you, it doesn't happen quickly, especially when I have a bad migraine. And I woke up with just a killer migraine that day. Oh, was it terrible. And I'm trying to get out of bed, and I'm running to my son. Cassie Rose, the dog, was just going ballistic. And I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, are you okay? Did you fall? What happened? Now, number one, I think I'm insulted by that insinuation. And number two, I'm glad he was concerned. So I'm adding a little bit of the Forest Moss and aged mahogany here. So I went running to him, and Cassie Rose is just going ballistic, just ballistic. And I said, I think we just had an earthquake. And he's going, do we lose trees? Check my car. Look outside, check my car, make sure there's no trees on my car. 2 years ago, his very first car got totaled by a very, very bad storm that we had. And trees fell and totaled his car. So he's highly traumatized, unfortunately. So I quickly looked outside the front. I'm like, no, your car's good. There's nothing on your car. He's like, okay. I said, wait a minute, I gotta go check in the back. I gotta make sure there's nothing in the back. And he said, okay. So I said, okay, everything's okay in the back. So I said, pick up the dog. She's driving me nuts. So he picks up the dog, and I quickly called the police, the non-emergency number. And I called them, and I said, did we just have an earthquake? And they said, yes. Are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. Are you hurt? Nope, we're not hurt. He says, okay, I gotta go. I said, okay, you go. So then I called my mother. I said, Ma, are you okay? I'm fine. What do you mean? She had no clue. None. Zero clue. I told her. I said, for crying out loud, that's how you are. I'm going to check you in somewhere. She had no clue we had an earthquake. Her house is up on a hill, and it's all on rock ledge, and I believe it's all granite. And I think that's why she didn't feel or hear the earthquake. I mean, she's dead as a doornail, deaf as a doornail. Big difference. Deaf as a doornail. And she's probably wouldn't even hear me saying that. So I was making fun of her for not even knowing that we had an earthquake, because let me tell you, it was so loud and the earth really, really, really shook. So the only thing I can think of is, because her house is up on this hill and it's on this rock ledge, that maybe that was sort of more of a buffer for her than what we had. I live sort of little lower land, flatter land. I have a river behind one side of my house and a stream on the other side of my house. So that used to be a very active river. So the land itself that I'm on is very different than my mom's. But oh my goodness, we were shook up, literally and figuratively. We were shaken and not stirred. It was a thing. Like, it was a thing. Seriously. And can I also say, as soon as that darn earthquake hit and passed, my migraine broke. That happened to me. We had another earthquake about 5 or 6 years ago here, and I had just this crazy migraine. I get migraines anyways, but I had taken 2 migraine medicines and nothing had broken my migraine, which is highly unusual for me. As soon as that earthquake hit, my migraine passed. I didn't realize it until after the fact. The same thing happened to me about 5, 6 years ago with this other sort of minor earthquake that we had then as well. So clearly I need to pay attention. It wasn't fun. But good news is, to my knowledge, nobody got hurt. There was no real damage. I had a spice fall off my spice rack. Big deal. There was no tsunamis. Come to find out, it has to be a 6.1 or greater in order to have a tsunami. So that was good. That was very good. So these are what we have. These are what we have so far. So that's that. I'm going to leave those as is for right now, and I'm going to move on to another batch of 2 with some different colors. So that was Monday. Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. It's going to be published on Thursday. Tuesday, I said to my son, can you help me put gas in my car? My hands were very painful that day. I said, could you help me put gas in my car? And he does. Normally, that's something he knows and he helps me with. He's like, yeah, sure, let's go to the gas station. So we load my car to go to the gas station, just right up the street. We get to the gas station. I open the driver's side door to get out, and it was so windy. The wind took my door and ripped it right out of my hands and smashed it against a concrete pillar. Well, I was screaming. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't close my door. I can't close my door. Like, I don't know. I was probably like one of those people in the movies. I don't know. So he goes to open his door to try and come over to push my door closed. And as soon as he opened the passenger side door, the wind took it, ripped it back so that it was a 90-degree angle on my passenger side door. And all I could hear was crunch. Oh, it was horrible. That metal crunch sound. Unfortunately, he was holding on to the door when it did that, so it wrenched his back. So he got out, tried to help me. I'm trying to help him. My door, the driver's side door, looked like somebody had taken it and just gone like that, like it was a piece of paper right on the edge of my door. On the passenger door, those doors, when they got pulled all the way back, it cracked one of the things that's bolted right to the door, one of the sort of seams that holds it there. So my son was able to sort of jury rig the door closed enough. It wasn't sealed, but it was closed so that we could drive home. And he did his best to try and close it and everything, but he couldn't. You know, it was closed enough, but it wasn't sealed, so he duct taped it up. And then he called his dad. That's a story in itself. We won't go there. Eventually, his father calmed down and realized it wasn't my fault, you know. And then he met me, I drove midway to meet him later at night, and he met me with a crowbar, a huge mallet, and some block that he had that he just held it against where he needed to whack it, and he whacked it, and he whacked everything right back into place. And he was able to close my door fully. It does line up again, everything on the seams, sort of, so to speak, on the door. And then my door, where it looked like it had been torn, he was able to flatten that out, but that's now all raw steel. And he said the thing on my door, the hinge part on the inside of my door is cracked and it will need to be replaced. But he says, I can do it, but it's going to take 3 guys to do it all together, because they have to lift my door off, unbolt it, and then rebolt it back in. I didn't care. I was just grateful to have my door closing, it to be safe for my son to drive in. My son needs to use my car on Sunday to go to work. So I need it safe for him to drive. So that was that. And my son ended up being in bed all night because his back hurt so bad. Ay, ay, ay. And then overnight we had a snowstorm. And can I just say my TV stopped working? I have no TV now. None. Oh, so I have my phone. So I'm using my phone. I have my iPad. We're going to try and get a TV from my son's old work. We shall see. I don't know. It's just been one you-know-what show after another here. And you can fill in the blank on what word I'm saying. That. It's been that. It's been a disaster. And oh my goodness, I'm so grateful that, number one, my son helped me. And number two, his dad calmed down enough to help me. Because, that was totally my fault. Don't you know? Yeah. But I was just grateful that he helped. Very grateful that he helped. And he did call and check on me when I got home, just to make sure everything was safe on the highway to drive home and everything. So I was grateful for that. Yeah. So, yeah. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, so I'm actively looking to move. I told my mother, I said, I'll pack you up and bring you with me. Ay, ay, ay. I don't think I want to deal with this anymore. I mean, Maine is beautiful, and I love Maine. Love it, love it, love it. I need solar or a wood stove, and I don't have either. I can't stand the heat. But I don't know. It's getting to be a bit much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this crap. I don't know. I mean, my son is a huge help. But he shouldn't be doing some of those things either. That's my saga. It's definitely a saga. Let me tell you, I'm done. I've put it out to the universe that I am done. I am not looking for any more drama. These are just ever so slightly damp, but let me show you what we have. So we have that one. We have that one. That one, that one. So I'm going to let these set over here for a minute and dry. And see, I love how, see, like right there, that's some of the stuff that I like. I think it looks really cool. All right, so now we're gonna do more decoration on these. So we have that one. I'm not going to use that one. I do want to do some stenciling, and I like my polka dot one. And let's see, what color should we do? Maybe I'll do that one. That sponge has seen better decades. But let's give it a try. I keep all my sponges on the bottom with Velcro. I don't know if this one's even going to work. It's crumbling. Oh yeah, that works. I like that. So, I don't know. I like watching my YouTube videos on the big screen. So we'll see. My son has a TV in his room. So, I mean, he can still watch TV. And at night, I listen to talking books. So, I mean, I still have that in my room. I don't have a TV in my room. There. Those look good. And let's put this one back. And let's see what color I'll do on these two. You know what? Maybe I'll do that red. Or should I do this one? Let's do aged mahogany. So, yeah, just me and my craft supplies. we're gonna stay away from everything. Let me tell you. You know what I want to do? Let's give this a whirl. Oh, that looks good. I might not need to stencil the other thing. So all I did is I sprayed the front and I took the residual ink left over from the front of the stencil and I flipped it upside down. Yeah, this one needs some more help. Let's get this cleaned off. Okay. This is the multimedia work that I like to do. Where I'm using a whole bunch of things together. There. And now let's do the same thing over here. Let me take the sponge off first. And let's give, let me squirt it over here. There. Pretty cool. So my son had the doctor's appointment. He needs another colonoscopy. This is going to be like his, I don't know, I keep losing track. Like his 6th or 7th colonoscopy, and I think it's his 14th upper endoscopy. So he's old hat at it. He used to get one every single year. And then they started adding colonoscopies every single year. So he hasn't had one in a couple of years because he's had this like specialized MRI that they have at his his doctor's office. So now he has a new doctor because his other doctor retired. So this woman has been the business partner of his former doctor. So that's cool. And so she wants to do the actual colonoscopy herself. And I insist upon it. If you're going to be my son's you're going to do my son's gastro, you're going to do the colonoscopy because I want you to know what you're talking about when you're talking about his level of disease and inflammation and, you know, all that stuff. I want you to have firsthand knowledge. So that's scheduled the very beginning of March. And this is Grit Paste Crypt. And it has like grit in it. And then I have, let me grab some of these. I have some gears that I want to put in. I'll grab a couple more. So that's what we're going to be doing for him. No, I just had that. Oh, here it is. I get these at the Dollar Tree. So let's just give this a little bit of a swish here. I am not going to use a stencil. I'm just going to put this down. I mean, it looks like frosting. And there is a grit to it, like black sand or something. Let's take it from the lid here. Okay. And I kind of want to get this a little flatter. So let me... Okay. After this grit paste is dry, if these don't stay in, I'm going to come in and glue them in. But I want to get a, like a position for them. There. I do want to do some stamping and stuff. I probably should have done that first, but I was just so excited to do this. So I'm going to put this over here. Let this dry a few minutes. It does make it considerably heavier. It's just like frosting a cupcake. It's fun to work with. Okay. Now let me close this up. And I want to add, let me grab a couple more of my gears. Oh, that one's different. Put that one there. There. That's cool. Okay. Wipe some of this up. So that's what I have so far on that one. Put that over there. I'm not going to do the grit paste on these two, but I am going to wipe this up. This towel has seen better decades anyways, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to grab, which one is this? Oh, it's the gloss. I didn't want the gloss. I wanted this one. If I need it, because I want to do a little bit of my tissue paper. And I am going to use, I'm going to cut it, which I don't normally like to cut it, but I don't want this part. Put that over there. And I don't need a big piece, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece and then I'm going to rip it in half. So that's going to be for both. And I'm going to roll this up. And I'm going to roll this up and put that in the inside. I did a video on little wooden tags and how I use some of my leftover tissue paper, so you can check that out. And before I do the tissue paper, I think I do want to do some stamping. Grab my stamping block, and I'm going to do the gray. And I just put them in my little basket. I want to grab a piece of this to put underneath. There. Okay, now let's stamp this one. Oh, I missed a corner. I hate it when I do that. Okay. Oops. There, I fixed it. Okay, I'm not going to do too many. I did want to do let me grab it. This one. I wanted to do that one. I don't know if that's, oh yeah, it is. My hair is here again. Okay, does it go this way? Yeah. There. There. Looks good. Okay, let me put this one away. That's a Tim Holtz one too. Let's see. Yeah. Oops. Just kind of fill all these in. And then one more. We'll do this one. There. There. Okay, that's those. Let's move that back over there. That over there. Okay, now let's look at that tissue paper piece. And I just want to give it a nice tear. There. So I anticipate coming around and trimming the edge. That's not a problem whatsoever. So, okay. Let's get all the bubbles out. You know what? I might not need the Mod Podge. There's that. I'm going to let that dry just a minute. That needs more glue right there, but that's okay. I can add more glue. I'm going to let this dry a minute before I come in and trim this. Now this one, I'm going to do up here. So I'm going to trim around that. Cool. Okay. I might add another piece down the bottom too. Just because it looks like it needs it to me. Okay. There. Nice. A little bit of a bubble right there. Yeah, it's not lifting up. That would be okay. And if I need to cover the back with a different paper, I can do that. Let's give this a trim. Actually, I don't have much to trim on this one. Looks pretty good. This one I do have a lot to trim, but that's okay. Now, I'm wondering if I shouldn't do this or if I shouldn't do book page at the bottom. Let's look. Oh, you know what? I think we're going to do some of this book page. Yeah, I like that. No, I'm not going to ink it. I was going to ink it, but I don't think I'm going to. And that's just the stuff I've been stamping on. There. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a little bit right here. So I'm using up all the goodies. There. So there's a little bit of symmetry going on between those. Let's give this a trim. Oh, I got all those pieces stuck. My trim pieces stuck to the back. Yeah, okay. There's that. Let's get that off of my desk. Yeah, I don't feel like I need the Mod Podge, actually. Okay, so there's those so far. I need to, let's do this for right now. Still a hair damp, so it's movable. I do have my hole punch that I can do. There, that worked. Okay, let's see how these guys are doing. Still wet. This part's dry, this part's wet. So I'm probably not going to be able to do too much other than stamping up here on those. But I'm not done with this yet. This needs a lot more color. I'm going to come in with aged mahogany. Just going to do direct to paper. And I want that corner really pronounced. And I want this corner pronounced. You know what? I want this one too. Okay. I want to add, where did I put my water bottle? Oh, here it is. I want to add a little bit of water to this one. But I want my towel at the ready. So I want to move that around a little bit. I softened it a little bit, moved it around. Let's do the same thing up here. There, that's what I wanted. Let's do that over here too. Kind of spread it a little bit. There. Okay. That just brings your eye in a little bit more when you do things on the edges like that. Okay, I like that. All right, now, so many more things to do. Okay, should we do some die cuts? Let's do some die cuts. Where did I put my die cuts? Hold on. I've been trying to reorganize them. So this is one of the things I came up with. So these are the numbers. Let's do some of these. And you know what? Let's do the black ink. I don't know if I have enough black ink on this, but we'll find out. And I just had my glue here. Where'd that go? Oh, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, I dropped my glue somewhere. All right, I might be using glue stick. I don't like to use glue stick on this. I really like my liquid glue. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. All right, these things up and walk away from me. I'm just gonna put a bunch of these all over. And I think, I don't know if I'm going to do paper dolls on this one or not. I think I am. Let's see. Which ones are these? Oh yeah, these are the ones I wanted. Okay, good. These are the bigger ones. All right, we'll use those in a minute. Okay. I think I want to put another one right there with it. So everybody has been out clearing their snow today. We didn't get a ton. We got about, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches maybe. Not too much. Enough they delayed school 2 hours. And I'm recording this on a Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, they have a really weird day at school. It's an abbreviated day. They get out early because they do teacher conferences every Wednesday. So we couldn't find what the schedule was. Luckily, his friend, who's not quite a girlfriend, but a friend. This is gonna rip the whole darn thing. It wasn't even. She had the schedule, so she let him know, which was very, very good. Oh, it's still crooked. There we go. Okay. There. Okay, now let's look at these guys. You know, before I do that, I want to do a little bit more stenciling. I think I want to add some more polka dots right over here. Yeah. Let's add a couple right here too. There. We just needed something. Okay. Okay, now let's do the polka dots. I kind of like this guy. And I like this guy. Okay, we're going to use those two. But I need a lot more collage on this. You know what? I'm going to add this stamp to it too. So this is a very popular store that used to be in New England. Christmas tree shops. Went out of business. And my son and I went when they went out of business, and we bought some of their stationery goods. I just need to stamp this on something to make sure I'm stamping it in the right direction, because I haven't stamped it yet. Oops. Yeah, okay. So it'll be like a hidden Easter egg for him. There. Oh, I think everybody in New England misses that store, let me tell you. My mother especially. This thing came off. All right, I think I'll just, oh, there it goes. I was going to fix it later, but I fixed it. All right, good. So here's the Christmas tree shops there. You can sit and look at that. And see that. All right, let's add some of these goodies. And we're going to add some of these labels. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video too. But that's okay. Yeah, I want that right there. And let's add a bunch of these stamps that I've been putting throughout his whole book. I like to use similar ephemera when I'm creating a book, like different stickers and stuff that are the same throughout the whole thing. It gives it a bit of continuity. That one there. We'll put that one there. And then I have these other stickers that I want to use. Yeah, these. That needs a bit of glue right there. And that's okay. There. I can't get these straight. Oh, that's all right. He'll be used to it. Okay, let's get this one. Oh, I kind of put that in the way. That's all right. That one there. Oh, I am going to cover that up. Put a little dot of glue right in here first, so I can glue that down. Okay, now let me decide. All right, we're going to put him there. I make relatively quick decisions, in case you didn't notice. Oh, let's poke that out. There. That looks good there. Now let's see if we need any of these. Maybe we won't. All right, we're going to use the A and the C. His initials. Oh, let me edge this. And these are those washi sticker ones. There. And then put that one right there. And then I am going to do, let me see if I can grab and see how these will look on bulb pins. Yeah, that's okay. It's not my favorite. I might change it later on. But for now, I'm okay with it. All right, and let's come back to the other ones. So let me show you these. That's those. Let's get rid of these little bits. And let's finish adding a little more decoration to these. That's going to take a little bit to dry. So I want to do some of this on this one as well. There. And where's my block? Oh, here's my block. actually. We're just going to add just a whole bunch of stamps all over. I do need to put these stamps back in the book. Maybe I'll do that tonight. There. I love doing the stamping part. Jazzes it right up. Okay, we'll use this one. Oops. Inside there. Inside there. These are moving right along. Oops. And let's do this one. There. Okay. That's good for the stamping part. Now let's do some of these. Some of those number labels. Make sure I get it somewhat straight. And then I think, well, if I do people, they're going to cover that, but that's okay. All right, let's check out the people that we have. Could have them sitting on that, but I don't know. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we could have this one. No, I don't like that. Oh, I like him. We're going to put him there. And we're going to put him here. So he's covering my words, but that's okay. I can always stamp that somewhere else too. All right. And then I'm not going to do the charms at the top on this one because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to try and coordinate that with something. And then this needs to dry. That does not belong there though. Let me put him half right there. And then I do want to come in and do some black ink. What fell? Oh, my glue. Let's do some black ink on the edge. And when this is all dry, I will probably come in and put lines on the back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get, yeah, that's all still wet. But that's cute right now. I'm making a pot roast. And my whole house smells delicious. I already had a free sample earlier. Coming out good. So I'm gonna ship some over to my mom's too. Okay. Let's put the lid on this. Put that over there. This one needs some more stickers and stuff. What is this one? We'll do that one. Do that one. Yep. And then I'll do this one over here. And maybe one more. We'll do a number. There. Whoops. I think it's straight. It's relatively straight. Let's put these away. There. And this one, I kind of wanted to put it right there. And we'll put this one right up here. There. That's what we have for that one. Oh, I like these. I like these a lot. And then let's see. So these I can't add the lines to because this is still wet. Let me see my other ones. And I get this line thing on Amazon. I'm going to try to remember to link it. And I need my pen. Just drop my ink. And my pen, but this is not coming out. And I'm using gel pens. Oh, this is a brand new one, so you gotta take the tip off. Whoops. This one's not writing overly well. That's unusual. I'm not going to do lines on the other one. There. Yeah, something's up with that pen. A little bit shoddy of the lines. But you get the idea. It's an awesome stencil template that I use. I love it. So this has been our project for today. We got 4 journaling tags done. Yay. All right, so there's the first 2. And there's the next 2. Thank you so much for tuning in for our multimedia journaling tags. That's what I think I'll call them. All right. Please subscribe to my channel. I post a video every single day. And I have lots of fun stuff that's going to be coming down the pike. Lots of new projects that I'm going to be making. I'm going to be doing some jewelry very shortly because I'm itching too. So, oh, let's see if we can add these. So please tune in. No, those don't match. Wrong sort of theme. Oh, well. But tune in and you're going to see some other fun things that I create. And thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.